After the cherry on the perfectly iced cake that was Mandalorian Season 2, yeah, I screamed when Luke Skywalker returned. We're already wondering what will happen in Season 3 of The Mandalorian. With Baby Yoda leaving the show with Luke Skywalker to resume his Jedi training and presumably start the new Jedi Order, I'm already wondering what role Grogu will play in Season 3 of The Mandalorian. In today's video, I'm going to talk about when and how Grogu will return in Mandalorian Season 3 to become the owner of the Darksaber, wield the Darksaber, and rule Mandalore in Series 3. I'm then going to talk about how this will affect his relationship with Din Djarin and the Jedi. Mandalorian Season 2 ended absolutely perfectly. Luke Skywalker was the badass that we all craved to see in the sequel trilogy. Exactly how he's gone from destroying a platoon of dark troopers easier than Vader sliced through his way through a hall of rebel soldiers to the sad milkmaid that we saw in The Last Jedi is something that I don't think any of us want to see unfold. Just retcon them and let's see a return to grace that was the original expanded universe unfolding on our small screens or 65-inch screens at home in the Filoniverse. Okay, Disney. Welcome to Star Wars Shreddy, the jacked, stacked Star Wars pack channel for fanboys and fangirls everywhere in a galaxy far, far away. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button to see more Star Wars lore, news, rumours, theory and collection videos. If you're a returning viewer, then in the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, hello there. Drop a hello there down in the comment section below, and while you're there, hit that thumbs up button. I want to know more about what Luke has been up to in the past 5 years since Return of the Jedi. What adventures has Luke been on? What Jedi teachings has he found? What Jedi artifacts has he discovered? What new powers and abilities does he know? Does he know about Order 66? Hell, has he even met any other Jedi along the way? While I'm certain that we're not going to see flashbacks covering all of that in Mandalorian Series 3, I think we'll see that in some kind of comic or novelization. I am certain that we're going to see Baby Yoda return in Series 3 of The Mandalorian, whether that with or without Luke Skywalker. This return, I think, will lead to Baby Yoda wielding the Darksaber, possibly taking her from Bo-Katan and becoming the new ruler of Mandalore. This seems like a hell of a long way off, given that Grogu has only just left the show with Luke Skywalker to start, or shall I say, resume his Jedi training with Luke Skywalker. In this video, I want to talk about just what will happen in Season 3 of The Mandalorian that will lead to Baby Yoda's return. I mean, it might not, but these videos are all about having fun and talking about what could happen, right? But let me know, what do you think? Will we see Grogu return in Series 3? Let me know if you think that we're going to see Grogu return in Series 3 of The Mandalorian down in the comments below. So how do we get from the end of Series 2 with Grogu leaving with Luke Skywalker to resume his Jedi training all the way to Grogu wielding the Darksaber, which is currently held by Din Djarin? Let's explore. Mandalorian Series 3 isn't coming till 2022. I know this seems a bit mental given that we're still in 2020, but it is what it is. We know that the Book of Boba Fett is coming Christmas time 2021, and Jon Favreau has said the production of Mandalorian Season 3 will begin after this, leading into what is likely going to be another end-of-year release for Mandalorian Series 3 come 2022. There's already been rumours and news of a time jump in Mandalorian Season 3. Just how this will play out as of now, we're not sure. But the Boba Fett show could easily pick right up after Mandalorian Season 2, possibly interlinking with some of the characters we've already met from Din's adventures. It's already been said that the Boba show will take place during the time or around the time of The Mandalorian. This means it could cover some of the events or at least give us a glimpse into what has happened with key characters following the Season 2 finale, allowing Mandalorian Season 3 to pick up sometime after. Maybe we'll see Din seek out Boba's help for an adventure, or we'll see Bo-Katan and the Night Owls try and recruit the bounty hunter for an upcoming job. Given how Series 2 ended, the door has been left wide open for Season 3 to focus around the conflict between Bo-Katan, who wants the Darksaber, and the current wielder of the Darksaber, Din Djarin. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see a heel turn from Bo-Katan to try and take the Darksaber from Din. I think in Season 3 we're going to see Disney focus around the group trying to reclaim the Mandalorian home planet, but along the way we'll see the foundations planted for a splinter in the group, possibly leading to another Mandalorian civil war of sorts. We could see Bo-Katan and the Night Owls building their own clan of Mandalorians, while we see Din Djarin try and find out his old tribe buddies from the covert on Navarro. The ending of episode 3 of season 1 was absolutely class. This was one of the highlights of series 1 for me. In fact, I was just rewatching this the other day with my nephew, and I remember marking out just as much this time as I did the very first time I saw it. Watching it again, I had the same excitement. We definitely need to see more of the tribe, as their brief time during season 1 was absolutely class. And I think a civil war arc between the Mandalorians would be the perfect reason for Mando to go searching for them. Either that or Din and Bo-Katan could end up working together, but need to build an army to reclaim the Mandalorian home planet. What do you guys think? Will we see a return of the Mandalorians from season 1 in season 3? Let me know down in the comment section below, and let's rack up those likes for the heavy assault Mandalorian, because that guy was a badass. So if this is going to be the focal point for season 3, then where does Grogu fit into this? When will he return, and how will he claim ownership of the Darksaber? While all of this Mandalorian business is going on, we can't forget about Moff Gideon, who, by the way, was totally swinging that Darksaber in a very wild, Vader-esque like manner, which I'm totally going to cover in a separate video, so make sure to hit the subscribe button for that video. In the Season 2 finale, Moff Gideon tried to turn Din and Bo-Katan against each other. Moff Gideon has lost the Darksaber and definitely wants that back. In Series 3, we can assume he's going to be some kind of prisoner of the New Republic, but the Empire remnants or the early foundations of the First Order could be trying to save him and continue to cause problems for our heroes. However it pans out, I think we're going to see Moff Gideon and or his forces putting our heroes in peril, which will open the door for a Grogu return with or without Luke. By the way, how cool would it be if the finale of Series 3 we saw that Luke style return, but with Grogu coming in, lightsaber lighting up, kicking ass. Smash that thumbs up button if you'd love to see that hallway of death from the point of view of Grogu. Okay, so I think somewhere along the way we're going to see Din lose the Darksaber, whether that's back to Moff Gideon and his forces or to Bo-Katan, and when it all looks lost for Din, we'll see Grogu return as a powerful force wielder to help save Din and even wield the Darksaber himself. If Grogu returns a full Jedi, he could return to join and become a fully fledged Mandalorian, the only one we'll have seen since Tar Vizsla. Will Grogu return as a fully powered Jedi Knight or even a Jedi Master? That depends on how much of a time jump Season 3 is going to give us. Mandalorian Season 1 was set 5 years after Return of the Jedi, so about 25 years or so before The Force Awakens. We can assume maybe a year or so has passed since Mandalorian Season 1 began. I think it's very unlikely that we're going to see a time jump that leads straight into Force Awakens. So I think a time jump of around 10 to 15 years is going to be the absolute max we'll see in Series 3, but I don't even think it's going to be that long. Grogu won't be able to wield the Darksaber effectively as he is now. I mean, look at him, he's tiny. Even a matured Yoda had a much shorter lightsaber than any other humanoid Jedi. That doesn't mean Baby Yoda couldn't return to defeat whoever holds the Darksaber in Season 3 and have it as some kind of trophy, so to speak, and thus becoming the new ruler of Mandalore. Given how the sequel trilogy panned out with Luke being an absolute clown and the Jedi not being the thing anymore, I think Grogu leaving Luke at some point to return to Din and embrace the Mandalorian culture is what we're going to see happen. If the sequels do remain canon, this would explain why Grogu was not present or mentioned throughout the sequel trilogy. Din Grogu, and the other Mandalorians could be focused on rebuilding the Mandalorian culture rather than Grogu dealing with the Jedi and Luke. This then brings us on to how many series that we're going to see of the Mandalorian, as this will also have an impact on the timings and Grogu's involvement with the Mandalorians and his ability to wield the Darksaber. Pedro Pascal, in an interview with comicbook.com, stated that he doesn't know how many series the show is going to run for. However, the article does say that there are already 4 series planned with a definitive story already marked out for those 4 seasons. If the series only does have 4 seasons, perhaps Series 4 could lead into the sequel trilogy timeframe, again assuming that it does remain canon, or it could even run alongside those events in another part of the galaxy. If Season 4 did run alongside the same timeline as the sequel trilogy, then a jump of 25 plus years could be enough to see a more matured Baby Yoda yielding some kind of variant of the Darksaber and or leading the Mandalorians as a fully powered Force user. But hey, we're still 2 years away from Series 3, and with over 10 Star Wars shows in the works, to predict anything about Series 4 at this point is just absolutely mental, so we leave it here for now. So that brings us to the end of today's predictions about Baby Yoda returning in Series 3 of The Mandalorian to become the new ruler of Mandalore and wield that Darksaber. In summary, I think Season 3 is going to focus around reclaiming the Mandalorian home planet. How we get there, we'll see either Din and Bo and a bunch of other Mandalorians and the New Republic facing off against Moff Gideon and his forces who are going to try and reclaim the Darksaber, or we're going to see Din and the covert Mandalorians in a conflict with Bo-Katan and the Night Owls vying for leadership of Mandalore. We'll see Din lose the Darksaber at some point and be placed in peril, ready for Grogu to return, help save Din by defeating whoever holds the Darksaber with the Darksaber himself, making Grogu the Mandalorian leader, leading with his best mate and dad figure, father figure, Din Djarin. Now, I'm not saying it's likely that we're going to see Grogu jumping around, slicing and dicing with the Darksaber like we saw Yoda in Attack of the Clones when he fought Count Dooku, but it definitely is a possibility, and like I've already said, a scene like that corridor of death that we saw Darth Vader carry out in Rogue One, and that we saw Luke carry out in the series finale of Series 2, seeing Baby Yoda go mental with a lightsaber or Darksaber would be absolutely class. What do you think though? I'd love to hear what role you think Grogu will have in Series 3, and if you think he'll return and hold that Darksaber. If you've enjoyed today's video and these crazy ideas I've presented you, please hit the like button, as it will really help get more eyes on the channel. This was my first Star Wars video on the channel, and I already have a ton more in the can ready to go. I'm going to try and get to the point where I can upload a new Star Wars video daily, so if you're interested in more videos like this, news, rumours on upcoming Star Wars series, Star Wars theories and lore videos from a jacked, stacked, wrestling Star Wars fanboy, then please hit the subscribe button. I look forward to chatting to you guys down in the comments below, and until next time, remember that Star Wars ain't no gimmick, it's a lifestyle.